Fresh Take Hotline and simulcast today, live from Los Angeles on ESPNU. How are you today? How am I today? It is good to be here. I'll tell you what, I bet management's listening to me today. I never can quite tell if management's listening. I think they'll be listening today. It's great to be here. So let's just get out of the way the stuff that's been on the internet, all right? I've always tried to present a very authentic show. Yes, I'm leaving ESPN. It's been unbelievable. And I don't want to get melancholy here. It's amicable. I'm on the air today talking about it. That tells you the relationship I have with this company and with my bosses, who are friends for life. Years ago, over 10 years ago, I was just a local radio guy, okay? And Tony Kornheiser was amazing. He's a brilliant man, brilliant writer, media icon. And he was leaving. And they could have picked a million guys out of New York, L.A., Chicago, Dallas. Many applied. It was a good job. I was told at the time it was the best syndicated radio job opening in sports in the history of the business. And they chose me from a small market. Nobody'd heard of me. ESPN had guts. They had courage. They rolled the dice. A guy flew into Portland. We got a rare snowstorm. He was stuck there 4 days. John McConnell listening to me. And he recommended me. It's been the best 10 years of my life. Who am I kidding? Yep, I'm leaving ESPN. Friends, relationships, did everything I could, worked my tail off, and they've treated me fabulously. I got no complaints. I've got no complaints. By the way, they offered me a great new contract, incredibly fair, could not have been more reasonable, never argued, totally transparent. It wasn't about the money. It was about the funny. I want for the rest of my career until I quit. Because I've seen so many guys, they get to be 50, they make some money, then the quality of their stuff goes down. I've seen it everywhere. I see it now. And I thought for the best me, the most challenged me, the most inspired me, to do the best me for you, I needed a new mission. Bill Parcells is one of my all-time favorite guests and coaches. And as I made the decision to leave ESPN, I kept going back to Parcells. And that Bill Parcells liked building. He didn't like maintaining. He liked building. So do I. As Pat Riley said once, about every 10 years, you should try to reinvent yourself. That's all this is. There's no animosity. There's no anger. My friends, I've talked about this situation for 6 months. I've leaned on my wife. I've leaned on friends, business partners, media people that are a lot smarter than me. And I just came down to a situation where the best me for eventually you was in risk. I like risk. It's where all the fun is. And so after 10 plus years, my timing in this business has generally been pretty good. I just felt it was time. I've been treated fabulously. They elevated me to a point well beyond what I could have elevated myself. And I think in some small way, at times I made ESPN a little more interesting from 10 to 1 Eastern. That's what I did. They'll flourish without me, and I hope to sometime, somewhere, it'll all come out in the next couple of days, find a little tiny granular niche. I'm going to have a radio show. It'll be on Sirius. I'll have a podcast. It'll be free. I'll have a simulcast. I'll have my book October 1st. And hopefully some of you will find me. I grew up with a mother who watched one station her entire life, King TV in Seattle. I don't think she ever changed the dial. It took her 3 years to find her son, me. Where are you again? I'm not on Channel 5 in Seattle, Mom. You're going to have to use the remote. In this world we live in, you have the power. I don't. You have it. Come find me. The statement was perfect. This was mutually beneficial. The fact I'm allowed on the air today to talk about this, it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Follow my Twitter account. I'll tell you where I'm going. You can read internet stuff. Some stuff's been printed. Most of it pretty accurate. I don't think this is the time or the place. And frankly, ESPN's allowing me on. I'm not here to promote other networks. That's not beneficial for them. And in the end, I think it lacks a